Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for an amazing day that I believe this day needs to impact the entire globe. We are here for Challenge Champions and Heroes Awareness Day 2023, and I'm privileged to be the MC of two of the most amazing women in the world. I'm telling you, these women have made an impact. These women have touched lives of I want to say millions around the world, and I'm honored to be the host of this special day. So now I want to introduce the founder of Challenge Champions and Heroes Awareness Day, Dr. Robin Lococo. First of all, let me give you some background. Dr. Lococo is a two-time presidential award winner. She won a presidential award in America, and she won one as well in Ethiopia. Dr. Robin Lococo is a congressional award winner of the top 20 women of the world by Congressman Danny K. Davis out of Chicago. And man, I can go on all day with her awards, but I got another one. She's the Family Civility Advocate of the Year for Canada. So Dr. Lococo, as founder of this amazing movement, I want you to actually share a bit about what your movement is, and then we're going to introduce the guest of honor today.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much for the introduction, Dr. Rivers. I am the president and founder of Challenge Champions and Heroes. It's an organization that looks to bring honor and recognition to the special needs people of the world and their caregivers, the heroes. We believe that every life is valuable and created for a purpose, and my goal is to show the world that those individuals have special talents that need to be seen. Okay. Great. I started my organization in 2015 in honor of my sister, Deborah Marie Mosier, who died of cerebral palsy at the age of 3. So it's my heart to get this out there. And today, the special day is my National Awareness Day, this will be our 3rd annual Challenge Champions and Heroes National Awareness Day.
Very good, Dr. Lococo, and I've watched it grow. And you know, if you don't mind, Dr. Joscelyn Ramos, I'm going to share a bit about her, and then Dr. Lococo, you can share which one. Man, we are honored today to have the legendary. No, you don't understand who Dr. Joscelyn Ramos Campbell is. She's I feel honored to be here because I have 2 women pioneers of change. That's what I call the both of you. You are pioneers of change for women in the special needs work of the world. Joscelyn Ramos has single-handedly picked up a task to make sure 50 states have awareness of special needs and how to go about getting help. Wait, that's one lady. 50 states took this thing on her upon herself to make sure that every special needs family would have steps to get the right information. Because really, Dr. Lococo and Dr. Ramos, special needs still doesn't get the visibility that it should get. And actually people are afraid and don't know what to do when they're diagnosed or like having an issue. So these are
That's
2,
so
don't forget this, these are pioneers of change,
Yeah.
Special Needs Women's Edition 2.0. Dr. Lococo, do you want to add anything about Dr. Joscelyn Ramos?
Yes,
Campbell?
Of course. My good friend, Dr. Joscelyn, we met about 2 years ago at the Evening of the Stars in Groveland, Florida, and just fell in love. She's an amazing woman. She's a award-winning spokesperson, author, blogger, public speaker. She's a special needs pastor at her church. She's got many, many people that love her there. She's the creator, as you said, of Miami of Multiples, because she has twin boys. And she also has her youngest son has autism. So there's just so much more that I could share about her. She's just an amazing, awesome woman. And
Jo-
I'm glad to know you.
thank you.
And also, Joscelyn was part of setting up our National Awareness Day in Groveland that is recognized every year by the city council there. So I thank you for that from the bottom of my heart.
Man, Joscelyn Ramos, you hear it. I'm His Royal Highness Dr. Clyde Rivers. I'm the lead voice of World Civility, and I'm going to make a statement here. Dr. Joscelyn Ramos Campbell is one of the most influential Hispanic leaders that the world knows nothing about. And when you have a chance to meet this woman, and when you hear her, so I'm building up, so you guys are watching her be quiet, but in a minute we're going to unleash the hounds and let Dr. Ramos Campbell share what she does. Dr. Lococo, do you want to talk about the award that I Change Nations has created?
Yes, Dr. Joscelyn, we're very interested because you're one of my Challenge Champions and Heroes nominees, and your work has grown, and we want to in turn present a ICN award for you in your name for your work with the first responders. So I would be honored if you would accept that, and we could do that for you.
Oh my goodness, what an honor. Oh my God.
And Dr.
Yeah.
Ramos, we're gonna push this award all over the world. It'll be the Dr. Joscelyn Ramos Campbell Award, and it'll be first responders, special needs, and we believe in your work. So now,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, from around the world, Dr. Joscelyn Ramos Campbell. Joscelyn, can you tell us a bit about yourself? Just a little bit about yourself, so that I want the world to understand who you are. Dr. Lococo did a good job of explaining the multiple hats that you wear. If you could
Yes.
speak that with a bit more clarity.
Yes, thank you. First of all, what an honor to be here today with the both of you who are truly pioneers of change, who are truly two people that I look up to. So it's an honor to be here today. And I want to say thank you for, first of all, for this award. I am so blessed to be having an award in my name under the tutelage of both of you, who I admire and look up to so very much. First of all, thank you for this. I am Dr. Joscelyn Ramos Campbell, and I have been known, as you said, under many different hats. So depending on what era you know me, you might know me under many different things. But I have been working in ministry and government and law and media for over 20 years. So I have been an award-winning public speaker. I have been in government. I have been working community relations for over 20 years. I have been with under the law. First, I started as a public relations executive under the Bush and Obama administration. Then I went into working in multicultural media as a pioneer, first when it used to be called online journaling, and then blogging and
Wow.
digital marketing and media. And I have been doing that steadily for over 15 years now, into the multicultural media and marketing. Just last week, I got an award for multicultural media and marketing, and I was honored to receive that. And then for my marketing expertise. And then all this time, I have also been steadily working in ministry. I have been working in ministry for 20 years. I have never let that go, because faith, without God, nothing is possible. So I have been doing that all my life as well. And I am a special needs pastor. And the last 7 to 8 years, I have received my pastoralship under my church with under Pastor Tony and Jody McCoy at Hope Torchlighters. And that is my nonprofit. That is my nonprofit organization that helps to provide stability, wellness, and advocacy and empowerment to special needs and neurodiverse families. And I have been doing that now for over 5 years because my family has been touched by special needs. My son has autism, and I myself also have had just special needs in my own life. I have MS, so I know what it is to walk that journey, to not only have it for my son, but to be in that process myself. So I walk that life. So when I talk to people about special needs, I know what it's like because I walk it hand in hand. I have
Yeah.
also served as a caregiver to my beloved parents who have now gone on to glory. So I have lived that life of being a caregiver, of, serving my family, serving my child, and then serving the community. I'm also an elected government official here within my community. And
Wow.
so I have served all of these different hats in all my life. I've done it, but I have served these hats, and I feel like the Lord had continued to allow me to grow in those purposes. So everything was something I just said yesterday as a keynote speaker that I was at a National Twins Convention. I said, every area in your life, when you see yourself grow, you realize that everything that you have done in your life has served a purpose, and you go along with it because the Lord allows you to go through all of these things, and you
Yep.
just keep on fulfilling that purpose. If
Wow.
that was a season in your life, well, that's a season in your life, and you just grow with it. You don't allow yourself to say, well, why did this happen? That's just a season in your life that you just allow yourself to grow with it and figure out, well, this must be for a purpose. How do I fulfill an
Wow.
answer, solve a problem? And you keep on going with it.
Wow. Wow. Dr. Lococo, how did you and Joscelyn connect? Because wait, we are here on Challenge Champions of the Heroes Awareness Day with two pioneers of change, women for special needs. How did you two connect?
Oh, it was, oh my goodness,
Donald
through
Tolson. Donald
Donald
Tolson.
Tolson, yes.
Mhm. Yes, our brother.
Donald
Yes.
brought together, and what
He
event?
introduced us.
Yes.
Because what you two did, you did an amazing event. Dr. Coco, can you tell us a bit about the event
Oh
that
my God.
happened with Joscelyn?
It was beautiful. We called it the Night of the Stars, and we had a Hollywood theme, red carpet event. Everybody entered, and there was the Emmy statue, as they would
Yes.
call it,
Oh,
and
Oscars night. Mhm.
Oscar night. Yeah,
Yes.
it was
wow.
amazing and beautiful. A beautiful, dinner, time with the entertainment, with the superheroes for the kids.
Yeah.
There was, sections where we could take movie theme pictures.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
That's,
We wanted to make
that's,
sure that the
yeah,
kids and the families felt that they were treated like Hollywood VIPs. And
Yeah.
that's because that's what we call our special needs families, VIPs. So we wanted them, this is a national award. What you and Dr. Laco have done have created a national award. So we wanted the families to understand that they are VIPs. This is a national award. So that's exactly how we
Yep.
wanted them to be treated and felt like.
Yep. They're the stars.
Mhm.
wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. Dr. Ramos Campbell, what put a passion in you for special needs work? Because you've gone above just looking out for your family. You're fighting for a nation. What
Yes.
put that passion in you?
I would, from the very beginning, even when I was working for the government, it was always about others. Because when I was working for the government, I always used to work as a public relations spokesperson. So I was, even in that career, it was about bringing on minorities, bringing them to work into the government and being a representative of the government. So even then, it was about helping others. So now, as my life has changed and transitioned, now as being a special needs mother, when I became on that role, it was like, okay, this is affecting me, but how can I help others? Because that's just not about me. It's about now helping the collective community.
Mm.
So when you look at the collective community, I said, okay, this is what I'm going through, but how much more harder is it for someone who doesn't speak English? How much more harder
Ah,
is it for someone who's going through this and they don't have insurance? How much more hard is it? Because it was already difficult for us to understand it. And we have all these resources. And I said, my goodness, how is it when someone who maybe doesn't even have faith to go through this process, because you're already going to go through some stages of grief when your child
Yeah.
is, diagnosed, and let me tell you, with the healthcare system, when your first child is diagnosed, it's not like you get many options or resources. It's just like, okay, your child's diagnosed and good luck to you.
Be on your
There's
way,
not
right?
that much. There's not that much that they give you about, resources. And so you're kind of left on your own, and like, this is it. This is your life now. And you're on your own. And in an instant, have to become doctor, lawyer, advocate,
Wow.
Yeah.
teacher, and you're left on your own. So, if it's okay if you are someone who's used to doing multitasking, and so was I, but if you're not used to all of that, you're thrown into an unknown world that you have no idea about.
And
You
where
Wow.
to
know,
start when you have to figure it out on your own.
you
You
have
don't
to
know where
figure
to
it out.
start.
And that's why the stats are so daunting. Out of
Mhm.
if you have two couples that are special needs parents, one of them is already divorced, and 90% of special needs families do not go to any sort of religious activity, and they do not attend any type of church because they feel
Wow.
rejected from the place that they're supposed to feel most accepted.
Wow. So if I can push you a little, so what did you create? You've created something that can help people in almost every state in the US.
So
Yeah.
one of the things that I had started doing was creating a guide, because most people, I realized it was that they were not empowered with education, and they were not empowered with information. So like, most parents didn't even know that, for example, the first 5 years you can get, as a special need parent, you are allowed to access in any state, you can get early intervention. But that is
Mm,
not something that is known, that every state has early intervention services. Every state does. So you can get early intervention services for speech, for occupational, for physical. You can get that in every state. Every state has it,
wow.
offers it. But most parents don't know that. And it's
Uh-huh.
not something that, if you do not know that, and if you do not ask your doctor, and if your doctor does not offer that information, how would you know? Because
Wow.
this is your first time in the special needs world. So I have created a guide just to have all of that information in one key location. So you can look up all 50 states, and you can see where all of the early intervention services are, their phone number, their email, and I've also included the information in Spanish as well.
Mike, Dr. Lococo, this ties in to what you're doing next. Can you
Yes.
tell us how you started, what you've done, and where you're headed? Because what Dr. Ramos Campbell just said
Yeah.
ties into what you've created. So talk to us about that, Dr. Lococo.
Well, my first part of Challenge Champions and Heroes was to bring honor, recognition, and awareness. So we've honored in 12 different countries. We have the largest culture of honor now. But now I'm stepping into the second phase of what I call Challenge Champions and Heroes, which is communication, education, and advocacy. Okay, and in that, I've just completed another book called Special Needs Civility Dialogue, and it's Every Life is Valuable Conversations. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing civility conversations to the table. I'm bringing parents, special needs, teachers, anyone involved with somebody with special needs to the table to discuss issues and to come to an agreeable solution. Okay.
And wait, and I have to interrupt you. You did something else. Dr. Ramos, she's done something that I think is brilliant. What she does also, she's created a concept that when you come to the table, they give you different hats to actually look at things from. So what happens when you sit down, this is going to be in our workbook training model, because sometimes people only see what they see. So if you say, I want you to actually look at this through this perspective,
Yeah.
sometimes it makes the person look at it from a whole nother angle that they weren't looking at. And this
Right.
is so what I love about that to me
Forces you
is
to change your perception.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And that to me is pioneer, because
Mhm.
most groups that come to the table, they come with one hat, but they've never ever had to look at it from another perspective. So I love that, because Dr. Lococo, that is revolutionary, because it makes people put on a different hat. And if they're honest and look at it from another perspective, they can see the other side.
Yes.
And that's what I'm excited about your book. So in other words, I mean, you went from a culture of honor, and what that has done, that's about 300 people around the world, in 12 countries. Now they have heroes. So now, Dr. Ramos Campbell, my thing is, if you don't know what a hero looks like, you won't be able to follow it. So this is why I love Challenge Champions and Heroes, because it's created a modern day hero that I can touch, not one I can read about that was 200 years old, but one I can live with. So Dr. Lococo, I thank you for this amazing, how you're walking this journey, how you've expanded, and you have Dr. Joscelyn Ramos Campbell, who single-handedly has tackled America by like bringing awareness. And Dr. Joscelyn, I have to share another thing. I got a call from the Mahatma Gandhi Center of Peace in Canada. And they were asking me, they said, Dr. Rivers, do you know of anyone that you would actually qualify for the Mahatma Gandhi Award? I thought of you first. And I said, Dr. Campbell, and I called Dr. Lococo. I said, what are your thoughts on this? She goes, anything for Dr. Joscelyn Ramos Campbell, I endorse. So what I did, there was a lot of people nominated for the Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi was, you know, the history of Gandhi, what he did. All the peace leaders came to him. Okay, all the peace leaders came to him, and he helped them build. Dr. King, he helped other people build their movement. So I nominated you, and the guy said 100%. So October 2nd, World, Dr. Joscelyn Ramos Campbell will be in Toronto, Canada. I will be there as well. And she's a recipient of the Mahatma Gandhi Award. So, Dr. Campbell, no words to talk about what your impact has been for the special needs community of the world. Dr. Robin Lococo, man, that dream that started in 2015, who would have ever thought 300 awardees later and a brand new education program would come to hand. So I want to thank
should be out in very shortly.
Yeah, and her book will be out very, very soon. So I want to thank the both of you for your time, for allowing me to be the MC. And wow, thank you. 2023 Challenge Champions and Heroes Awareness Day. You got two of the pioneers of change, the best in the world. Thank you, great ladies.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Joscelyn. Thank you, Dr. Rivers.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you both.
God bless you all.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.